It's podcast. Drunk Tank. The podcast. Drunk Tank. The Rooster Teeth podcast. Take your lumps, Bernie.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Drunk Tank.
That was terrifying.
That was great.
I did like the take your lumps reference.
Take your lumps.
I think that's been my signature on the website ever since that podcast.
Yeah, man, that's your new thing. So we should go ahead and warn everyone today. So Gus is out, and Griffin, who usually does the podcast, is also out. So I'm behind the helm. I'm steering the ship today.
You should probably tell people who you are.
I'm Jack, for those of you who have never listened to anything I've done before.
And the other person joining us today is?
I am Brandon, otherwise known as C-Team.
Yeah.
So,
Is that your new nickname?
yay to me.
C-Team?
C-Team.
It's a little terrifying.
Don't worry.
I'm
Bernie Burns is here to hold down the fort.
Yeah, and we might have another guest a little bit later if he ever gets off the cell phone.
Hullum sat here while we were all waiting to start the podcast. Matt's sitting here on his cell phone gabbing to Joel, who is also away on another project. It's crazy month of February for production here at Rooster Teeth.
There's like 3 people in the office right now, and I think they're all in this room. Like, if UPS shows up, they're just going to be wandering the halls looking for us.
I think I saw a tumbleweed in our parking lot. It's weird. Usually it's completely full.
Man, who hasn't been opening the gate lately? I mean, is anyone else bugged by that?
This is a good question. So in front of our office building, we have a 2-part iron gate where you can just slide it from the middle.
You have to do it manually. You can't. There's no button to hit. You have to get out of your car and push it.
There's been discussion about automating it, but if we automate it during the day, then UPS can't get in, and we get a lot of boxes here for some reason.
You know, it'll just open in the morning. They have the technology. It's been invented. It's like magic.
Well, so clearly Brandon's already on the defensive. I guess we can figure out who doesn't open
No.
the gate all the way.
No. I do open the gate all the way. I know who doesn't, but I will defend him to the death because the gate is fucking annoying. It's horrid.
It takes all of 10 seconds to push it.
You never open or close it, Jack.
I did this morning.
Ever.
I opened the other half this morning.
Okay,
and
is that the first time you've done it this month?
It is a problem, though, Jack, in that if you're one of the people who does open the gate, then that means you're in the cycle where you're always the person who opens or closes the gate.
Yeah, that's
and
dangerous.
I do want to point out that
you have the biggest vehicle here too, Bernie, so you're the one who has to worry about that.
Well, my truck has these mirrors on the side that are just ridiculous. I can't get through anything that I normally can fit through with my old truck. And so, yeah, what happens is someone will go to the gate and they will open it just far enough to get their car through, and that's it. They won't open it 1 inch further.
No.
That happened once since Jeff sent that really annoyed email about that same exact thing. Once.
Just an email?
Once.
This company has definitely got to the point where people don't want to take the time to do anything. It definitely took Jeff more time to write the email than it would to get out of his car and open the gate a little further for himself to get in. But everyone just wants to fire off the stupid email.
No, and I've watched the recycling bins sit out there for days and days and days.
Why didn't you move it?
I did.
So you watched it for days and days and didn't bring it in?
Yeah.
So let me back up a second. Let me ask you this. You thought the recycling bin is sitting out here.
Yes.
Who did you get upset with?
I don't know. I think Brandon, I think.
Why?
So now it's Brandon's job.
Because Brandon was the one fighting for the recycling bins.
Actually, no. You know what?
Or who was that?
That was Hullum. And what you're talking about now, we should be clear, when we moved in here, I'm a big fan of a dumpster. You put the shit in the dumpster, the truck comes once a week or twice a week, they take the dumpster away, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the problem was we couldn't get a recycling dumpster. And so Hullum said, we have to have recycling here. We have to have it. It's important. So that meant we had to have these roly-poly little bins that we roll out to the curb every damn week. Matt's never rolled a single one out. Ever.
So you're telling me I should be mad at Matt, not anyone else?
You should be mad at yourself for not wanting to help ever. That's what you should be mad at.
Okay, how many
I had to move a recycle bin once. Oh.
How many tours have you given in the last month? 1?
You got to interact with fans. That's not a bad thing. I'd love to give more tours.
How many times have you signed for UPS?
So you're equating interface with our loving fans that support us so much with taking out the trash.
No,
those are the same.
I'm equating with additional work. Stuff that isn't typically it wasn't on my, job resume or whatever, or whatever I have to do, but I do it anyway. I would say you should, maybe throw on a couple yourself. Do a couple extra things around the office,
I don't understand what anybody's saying. I don't know what a job resume is. I don't know what's happening. So you're upset with him.
Job description.
I could equally say to you, Brandon, You're upset about having to take in the recycling bins when the earth gives you so much and provides you with such bounty.
That's
and
true.
You're upset about taking in the recycling bins?
I'm not upset. Oh, no. I have no problem with taking them out and bringing them back in or opening the gate. But don't bitch about how the work is done. If you want it done a different way, then do it.
That's the thing. It's not done. That's the problem.
Here's what I have a problem with, and this goes down to the can-do spirit of this company, is that when somebody sees something that is not the way that they want it to be, it always is that thought process in their head of, oh, so-and-so screwed this up. It's not like I'm supposed – the cans are sitting out there. I'm not supposed to bring the cans. Someone else is supposed to do it, and they didn't do it.
So, Jack, you brought that recycle bin in. Did you put it out there?
No.
Were you the one who wheeled it out?
I did not.
So you're complaining about doing half the work.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm understanding.
But the problem with that, Bernie, is that once you do it once, people expect you to do it from then on.
But you're that guy, is what I'm saying. You're the guy, and you're absolutely right. Once you do something once, everyone goes, "That's what Jack does."
Yeah.
Jack's going to give a tour of the place today.
Yeah.
It is true. It is, and people just clam up and they kind of look at the recycling bin and go, "If I just don't stare directly at it, I won't be expected to touch it."
And I will say the one time that Brandon had a tour because I was busy, he came to me looking for me to give the tour. He brought the guy to my office, like, "Oh, hey, can you give this guy a tour?"
You're so good at it, though.
Okay.
You're amazing.
Man, I think maybe it's this chair. Like, I'm sitting in Gus's chair, and I want to argue with everyone now. It's pretty great. I think, he's got, his spirit here in this area. It makes me hate everything.
So the Oscars are coming up, huh?
Speaking of stuff that we hate.
I don't hate the Oscars. I hate most of the movies that are nominated.
What do you mean, for Best Picture nominated?
Mm-hmm. And I hate all the hype behind the bad ones or the average ones.
What are the average ones?
I don't understand why everybody is on the King's Speech nuts.
That movie, was a really good movie.
That movie was okay.
It was a good movie.
It was about a guy who gives a speech in a recording booth. That's what the movie's about.
It's about a king who gives a speech just before they go to war, or just before World War II.
Yeah. The movie is set during the most exciting time in world history, in one of the most exciting places. And the climax is a guy talking in a recording booth.
A guy talking to the entire country.
Yes.
While they're listening to him about to go to war.
And defeating his own personal demons of stuttering and stammering.
Which are totally within his own head.
That
a
moment,
small closed room.
That moment might have worked if the obstacle in the beginning of the movie, the catalyst, wasn't him giving a speech in front of thousands of people. Because that's definitely a scarier thought than being in a recording booth with a microphone. So it's like, what? This obstacle that you set up in the beginning of the movie is way harder than what your character has to accomplish.
Giving a wartime speech to an entire nation is easier than giving a speech to 1,000 people?
Staring at a microphone is a lot different than staring in front of 1,000 people that are just looking at you, listening to you.
Jack, new feature on the Drunk Tank right now. Improv.
Okay.
Role playing. I'm Brandon Farmahini, Hollywood producer.
Hi, Brandon Farmahini. Hollywood producer.
I'm going to tell a very funny story about that. Why I can't pronounce Brandon's last name as soon as I'm done with
Farmahini.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, that might be funnier than what I originally was going to do. Brandon, the first time I ever interacted with Brandon in any way, he sent me an email because Brandon was running the television station where Matt and I went to college, and we were part of the television station getting started.
You created that, right? Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that I created it. There were guys who had the idea for the TV station. I was there for big milestones of creating, but I was not even a television student.
Okay.
But I was there at the time and helped with that process.
Cool little bit about that real quick. Paul Leonard actually created the UT TV station, and he was a producer on Battlestar Galactica.
There you go.
Nice little bit of trivia.
Small world. Anyway, since we were talking about Battlestar Galactica in any way, if he'd worked on King's Speech, that would have been perfect. So Brandon sends me this email because he was raising money for a new antenna. They were trying to do something that I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
So Brandon sends me this email, and then we were exchanging emails back and forth, and I sent an email to him as Brandon Farmahini, not Farm.
Okay.
Farn with an N.
Yeah.
And so then he writes me back, and I see in his signature that it's Brandon Farmahini. And I was like, oh, man, I misspelled this guy's name. I'm such a jackass. And I always feel bad about that because people constantly misspell Bernie because I spell it in a stupid way because it's a nickname.
Yeah.
Spell it with a U. Well, I went back, and I felt so bad about that because I don't like making mistakes like that. I went back and looked at my previous emails. He had his name misspelled in his own email. And it wasn't just like in his signature, like he was typing fast. It was in from Brandon Farmahini. And he goes, yeah, sometimes I just make that mistake.
No. I did not say that. I did say that. When I set up my computer initially, I had a typo. And then I kept going through every single piece of software and changing it manually. And it kept changing it back. It was really annoying. And that's not something you see. Like, I can't see the automatic name generation
Right.
when I'm sending an email.
And it just sends out your name incorrectly.
It sends it out. It's not my fault.
I would smash that computer with a hammer if that was the case.
So we have an additional person in the podcast.
Hey, everybody, it's
Introduce
Matt.
yourself.
So I want to
What's
play Brandon Farnahini, Hollywood producer here.
Hi, Brandon Farnahini. Hollywood
So I want to give
producer.
you script notes on King's Speech.
Okay. I've been working on this movie for a long time, Brandon Farnahini.
Right, I saw the ending, and it was very historically accurate, where he made a speech in a room, but that's kind of boring. I'm figuring this is the most exciting time in history. What if we do this? What if the Luftwaffe is bombing England, and the king runs out to the square and makes a speech, and the bombs decide to turn around in midair and hit the planes instead, and then they blow up and then crash?
You don't think he gave a speech after that? That was during the war? You think that was the only speech he ever gave in his life?
In the conclusion, it talks about he gave other speeches during the war.
Just make the movie about those speeches.
No, it's
like London was being bombed
daily.
daily.
It's the king's speech, not the king's speeches. It's one. It's his most important one he's ever done.
What do you think he made the rest of those speeches like on horseback while like stabbing Germans in the face? They were probably made in the same goddamn room.
I would love that movie.
Matt, Brandon is saying that he hated the movie because the ending was unexciting.
Because they were in a room.
They were in a room.
Just talking.
And because the beginning of the movie, he was in front of I mean, like anyone who's done any amount of public speaking, even if you're just in front of 30 people, it's hard. To be in front of 3,000 people or however many people were there.
Imagine if he had to say his own last name properly. That would be almost impossible.
All right, what other movies we get? What other movies?
All right, you mean to run down the list here? All right, so for Best Picture, we have Black Swan.
I didn't like Black Swan. I thought it should have been about black frogs.
We also have The Fighter, Inception.
I didn't see The Fighter, but I saw all the other Mark Wahlberg movies that have exactly the same plot. Invincible,
Nope.
Rockstar, Double Rockstar. What was? Oh, I don't remember. Well, he's made like 7 movies that were exactly the same. Downtrodden guy has a chance of greatness, doesn't make it for whatever reason, but then there's a big, redeeming ending.
I mean, The Fighter is basically Planet of the Apes 2. I mean,
I'm going to shut you guys all up. The
damn.
Fighter is a great movie.
I'm not saying I
fantastic.
haven't seen it, so I don't know whether it's a great movie or not. But he does make the same movies over and over.
That's
again,
true.
doesn't
Yeah, but that's independent of The Fighter. And also, why don't you take it as a Christian Bale movie? Because Christian Bale is in The Fighter, and he is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
he's really good. The movie's good.
The movie's really great, and it also is. And I
Amy Adams also
But
great.
isn't this the same movie as The Machinist for Christian Bale?
No.
No. Why? Because he got down
He
to
looks,
100.
he looks the same, doesn't he? How does he do that? I mean, that is an amazing skill to be able to lose. I mean, he loses and gains like 100 pounds.
Someone on Reddit took images from like 6 or 7 movies.
Yeah.
And it was like Machinist to the Dark Knight or whatever the first
I like,
one
that,
was.
I like that you wanted to pronounce Machinist as the Machinist.
The Machinist.
Well, it was American Psycho before that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was already built for that, lost the weight for The Machinist, and then put the weight back on for Batman. And I think they're starting to film the new Batman right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's
crazy.
like, I mean,
he's going to die.
his body's got to hate him, man.
I'm sure Brandon would have pronounced it with an N, the Machinist.
The Machinist.
Here we go. Here's the image that I'm showing Matt right now. This will be in the linked up.
That's crazy.
The many
That's crazy.
bodies of Christian Bale. I'll just read here so you can get a feel for how much he's changed. 2002, he was in Reign of Fire, which was not a bad movie.
Oh, yeah, that was a good movie.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey was in where the world is taken over by dragons, thanks to Christian Bale. He weighed 184 pounds in 2002. Then he was in The Machinist in 2004. He weighed 121 pounds.
Wow.
What I read from articles and interviews that he did, he ate nothing but an apple and a cup of coffee a day.
Jesus.
That's what he did to lose that much weight to get to 121 pounds. Then when he played Batman in Batman Begins, he weighed 190 pounds. Now, it's 190 pounds of solid muscle.
Yeah.
You see the picture of the guy in here. Then he was in some movie called Rescue Dawn. Anybody?
No.
Anybody?
Is that a Werner Herzog movie?
It looks like a war movie. I think it ended in a small room, so it was pretty unexciting. Then that was in 2006. He weighed 135 pounds for that. Then Dark Knight, he did in 2008, weighed 190 pounds again. Then The Fighter, he weighed 145 pounds. But he looks like a strung-out crack addict in The Fighter.
It's amazing.
And the best thing they could ever do for Christian Bale is the person that he played, since it's a biographical film. It's actually based on a real fighter. And they showed an interview with the character that Christian Bale played at the end of the movie during the credits. And that was he nailed it. I mean, that guy was he was as annoying in the credits as Christian Bale was the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's only the performance of the teeth, really.
It's
really sold it.
Yeah, it's risky to
fucking
do that
gross.
though, because what was the movie we saw with the Linklater train robbing movie? And
Newton Boys.
Newton
Oh,
Boys.
God, I remember that.
Yeah, so we sat through all the Newton Boys, and at the end, in the credits, they had interviews with or historians actually talking about the actual Newton Boys and stories of what they did.
It was like a Tonight Show appearance or something.
Is that what
wasn't
it was?
I want to say that's what it was.
Anyway, and it was way more interesting than the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
The other thing was interesting we saw with the filmmakers, like it was like a special screening, and they mentioned that one of the characters in the movie, I think it was like Vincent D'Onofrio's character,
Right.
had a bunch of really interesting character traits. Like he would kind of like salivate and bark like a dog occasionally, and just like weird stuff, like the real guy that the character was based on. But they didn't do any of that stuff in the movie, and the movie was like really dry. And it's like it could have used some of that extra character stuff, and they mentioned it later, like they thought it was interesting, but they didn't think it was interesting enough to put in the movie for some reason.
You would actually hate it because honestly, the complaints that you had, Brandon, about King's Speech were exactly what I said about Newton Boys. Is you're going to see a train robbing movie, but then you find out they're just blowing up safes in banks. Is what they're doing, and they were like in back rooms, just blowing up a safe, and it was not that big a deal.
Yeah, it was like the most business-like, dry way to rob a bank or any like amount of large money that I've ever seen.
I now have to look up Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet Ulrich, I forgot he was in that movie.
Skeet Ulrich
He was in the Scream movie, right? That's where he got his start.
You know who else was in that movie?
It was
Newton Boys.
it was McConaughey, right?
Joel Heyman.
Really?
I'm pretty sure Joel is in a background scene in that
We
movie.
need to have a Joel Heyman movie marathon.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
He was in that Sim 1 movie with Al Pacino, right?
Yeah, he's got a pretty good on-screen appearance.
Winona Ryder yells at him or something, right?
That's right.
I haven't seen it.
He's sitting. Joel's in a scene with Winona Ryder and Al Pacino while they're yelling at each other, and Joel's standing between the two of them yelling at each other. Pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
All right, should we move
What's
down?
the next on the list?
Okay, we've got Inception.
Inception. I thought Inception was great, and I feel like it's been so long since it came out that always hinders a movie's chances for winning. Usually the movies that win seem to come out like around the holiday time or
fall,
or exactly right
September
before
on.
the turn of the year.
Yeah.
But Inception's a really great movie. It was really thought-provoking and really fun. It had a lot of cool visuals.
Yeah, for all
a
the
lot of
memes
stuff you
that
wanna
came
see in
out
a
of
movie
it,
theater.
it's still a damn good movie,
It would be kind of an interesting statistic to see what is the movie that won Best Picture that was released the earliest in the year.
Yeah.
And made it all the way through relevancy to the following year to be nominated for Best Picture and then win.
They had the issue a few years ago. Cinderella Man was released in March, and no one saw it, but it was a fantastic movie. And when Russell Crowe's a boxer.
Yeah, I remember that movie had a money-back guarantee. Like, it came out at a time when, theater revenue was declining, I guess, right before they said, oh, wait, let's make 3D movies again and put those like that. That'll be something new. Theater revenues were declining, and they had this policy of come see Cinderella Man in the theater, and you'll like it or your money back. And I don't know what the same policy of buying a used car as going to see a movie.
It does seem strange, right? It also though is strange to me that of all the products in the world, you cannot get your money back for not liking a movie. Like if I spend $10 and 2 hours of my life, it's totally okay that I hated it. It's like, that was terrible. It's like, it would never occur to me, I need to go get my money back because Scream 4 was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
It's weird because it's like a subjective thing, It's like, I didn't like the movie, so I have my money back. Seems weird in a way, but if you go to a restaurant and you order something, it's like, this tastes terrible, just to me. I want my money back. It's like, they usually give you your money back or strike it off the bill or whatever,
the only time I've ever sent a meal back was with you, and I did it just the other day.
Was that the only time ever?
I've never sent a meal back.
What'd you send back?
I got a chicken fajita taco at a local Mexican restaurant, and it tasted like they fried it in Clorox. It really did. And they said it was a place where they just grill over a wood burning stove. Yeah. And a nice place. We eat there all the time. And I've never had a bad meal there, but they said they must have just had a really green piece of wood. And, of course, I'm like, wow, this tastes like chemicals and might actually be dangerous for me. Matt, try this.
Yeah. Bernie's the guy who's like, I think this milk might have gone bad. Take a big swig of it and find out for me.
All right, so moving down the list. So speaking of the whole release later, typically shows up higher.
Yeah.
The Kids Are All Right, which came out this summer, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's the Julianne Moore.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did anybody see the movie?
No.
Yeah, I did see it. It was pretty good, yeah.
That's Mark Ruffalo, the new Hulk.
That makes no sense.
That he's the new Hulk?
Or that they're making another Hulk movie.
They're making the third
Why
Hulk
are they
movie
doing
with
this? It's
a different
like
person.
The first guy we got to play it wasn't milquetoast enough, So they went down to Edward Norton.
You
And
think
then
Eric Bana is milquetoast?
Bana?
Yeah, he's
Bana?
like more so than like some of the other like
What the hell
action
does milk
movie.
toast mean?
You don't know what milquetoast
No,
means?
is that like a
We should
50s
make you try
thing
to-
you
we
guys
should
used
try
to say when you were young?
I'm trying to make you spell it. It's a thing we used to eat. When
But
we
it's
were
like they
young.
want to make. I don't think they want to make the Hulk like so sensitive or something. It's really weird that what they're doing with that.
I think the Incredible Hulk, which is the second one, was actually a pretty good movie.
The Edward Norton one.
Yeah. Like I think the work, like it was more like the TV show, or it was more about him on the run type thing. But
The Wikipedia entry for milquetoast is not helping Matt and I's case here.
No.
A milquetoast is a weak, ineffectual, or bland person. It is derived from the character Casper Milquetoast from the 1924 comic strip, The Timid Soul. Ladies and gentlemen, we join the adventures of Casper Milquetoast, now in progress. So Brandon might be right. That might be a dated
On
reference.
tonight's episode, he reads a speech in a small room.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by the letter N.
so did anyone see Kids Are All Right?
I did. It was really good. It was incredibly original. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that was about that exact thing. I don't know. It's about a lesbian couple. Each one had a child with the same sperm donor, and the kids turn 18, or at least one of them does, and they look up the sperm donor. And that's
Yeah.
Mark. That's Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
And you kind of expect like these cliche reactions, but it's really surprising. It's a good movie.
Is there a slow motion dancing scene at one point?
Probably not a movie you take the kids to, but
Why not? They're all right.
Kids are
there's a lot of lesing and
Leslie.
and
You kids with your verbs today.
some gay porn. Surprisingly, you really don't expect a gay porn, but
And no one
they
knows.
throw
Who
it out
does?
there.
Really? The normal theatrical
No one
screens?
expects to
That
gay porn.
that in the Spanish
They cut around
Inquisition. Pop up on you.
I had a gay porn booby trap one time when I was in college. I had a roommate who was gay, and I would always use his TV and VCR because he was never around. He was always on trips. He was actually trying to get into
A movie with Al Pacino
Yes.
and Winona Ryder.
He was trying to get into. He wanted to be a tap dancer at Walt Disney World.
Oh, nice.
And every morning at 5, he would wake up and tap dance.
Oh.
So that was great for me.
Was this a dorm or is this like a
This is a
apartment?
dorm. This is a
Oh.
dorm.
I could
And,
not create anything more gay than that.
I know.
I want to be a tap dancer at Walt Disney World.
And so I would always use his TV and VCR. And like one time, I just came home and like turned on the TV, and I guess the tape was still playing, and it was something called Bat Dude. It was like a Batman and Robin themed gay porn.
Wow.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about it. It was like the most terrific.
And an hour and a
2
half
seconds.
later,
Yeah, really. More than a horrific 2 seconds.
Now, do you guys watch Tosh.0? Have you guys ever seen that show? No? Okay. They did something pretty funny where it was Tosh and like 4 other male writers were wearing sweatpants, standing on a table. They all took a Viagra and then turned on gay porn. And they were trying to see who would go first.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. And they just basically all held their own. Everyone held it in for 90 minutes for the entire tape. And then, so that's an interesting idea and a
bold.
terrifying idea.
there was a story a few years ago that came out about the Playboy Bunny, and she's describing what it was like to have the group sex with Hugh Hefner, and it involved Viagra and gay porn. Google it.
What?
Yeah, just look up Viagra gay
gay
porn
porn.
and search.
That's right.
I just post that on Twitter and
There
see
you
if
go.
anybody knows the story. Have you noticed the increase in spam bots on Twitter? That if
Yes.
you mention a product or if you mention any kind of service, you get destroyed by spam bots now?
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're trash talking stuff, like I talk crap about IKEA, and then they started following me and said, "Thanks for the call out."
Really?
That's how IKEA talks. Yeah. It's strange. I mean, it doesn't matter
Is
what
that
you're saying
Is
about
that
it.
your Swedish
Yeah,
accent?
my Swedish.
I just imagine the guy who's in charge of running the Twitter account at IKEA is like, where the fuck is the umlaut? where the hell is that O with the slash through it?
Hit option. Then, all right. So next on our list here, we have King's Speech, which we talked about already. And Brandon loves. I think he's going to vote for that one.
Actors overrated too.
What?
Jeffrey Rush, be supportive. Jeffrey Rush, be a little annoyed. Oh, that's amazing.
You're not going to win this battle, Brandon.
I
Have you ever
know.
seen Shine?
We just for the record, all of us in this room now have seen King's Speech.
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. I'm actually on a podcast with people who participate in culture. This is amazing. Yeah, we all liked King's Speech except for Brandon.
Actually, everyone in the world loved loved King's Speech except for me. So it's like I acknowledge that I'm wrong in some way that I can't understand. Because I literally seem to be the only person who just
Don't
thought
you
it was
make that
overrated.
acknowledgement every single
Yeah,
day?
I guess I'm wrong, but I don't know why.
Kind of love that one up there, but
All right, what's the next one?
All right, the next one was 127 Hours. James Franco kicking ass.
I still haven't seen that. I really want to see that movie. I just missed it.
Did you not see it at Button-Umathon?
No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
What'd you think?
I really liked it.
what movie?
127 Hours.
James Franco, the cliff guy who cut his own arm off. Spoiler.
So I haven't seen 127 Hours, but I did see the 3-second promo clip of James Franco on Guiding Light or whatever soap opera that he was on, and I say he wins.
Dude, James Franco.
Just for that. Just for going out and doing wacky stuff.
Did he was on Daily Show? I think the day he got nominated for the Oscar for Best Actor, actually, and he said basically he got a call saying, "Hey, you got nominated for Best Actor." He said, "All right, cool, thanks," and then he went to class.
Yeah,
Like, like what?
I read the other day that he's now teaching a class where
think
it's
so.
like film editing with James Franco on James Franco or something, where like students take his movies or short films that he's done and like re-edit them.
That's awesome.
It's pretty wacky.
And he's hosting the Oscars this year too with
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway, right? So is that what it is?
Did we not
Yeah.
read one time the Wikipedia entry on James Franco?
Yeah, I remember you guys talked about that on the podcast once.
Right, okay. Sometimes it can be hard for me to figure out what we talked on the podcast and what Gus and Jeff and I just talk about while avoiding work.
Yeah, and so many times we'll be talking to it, like, let's talk about this. This is podcast talk, and then we just forget it, and then never talk about it.
Or the journals. Hey, speaking of journal, wait, let's finish our conversation. We have a cool thing that happened on the Rooster Teeth community journals
that
this
is
week.
Cool. That is cool.
All right, so moving down the list, Social Network, fantastic movie.
Good movie.
Fantastic movie.
That
I
didn't,
thought it
that,
was
didn't
okay.
that didn't have quite the impact on me that it had on everybody else. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the King's Speech route. I am taking the King's Speech route. By the way, you did an impression for like a week of the King's Speech before I saw the movie, and I couldn't wait because I couldn't wait for the guy to talk like your impression, and then he didn't. So I liked
I
your
don't even
impression.
remember what
Churchill,
my
wasn't it?
impression
It was,
was.
You were going,
it was the Wormtail guy as Churchill, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's Churchill.
Oh, is that who I was?
That's
talking
the
about?
problem with like English movies now. It's like all you do is spot Harry Potter
Yeah,
actors.
there's 3
Yeah.
Harry Potter actors in King's Speech.
oh, stop it.
At least 3, yeah. But did you see the rap video that someone cut with King's Speech?
No.
It's when he puts on the headphones and talks, and someone like redubbed it with him rapping. It's actually pretty funny. It's a pretty good rap too. So I'll make sure to link it.
I agree with Jack on a lot of things, but the links that he sends me via AIM are like 50%. But no, I mean, seriously, I agree with you on a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh.
But it's like I don't match up with you in that silly online world.
Okay.
Although we do like the same pictures of cats. I will say
Yeah.
that. That rap video didn't really do anything for me at all.
I like
don't
the
know.
idea.
It's pretty clever, and it was well done, like well executed, I would say.
When do you think the first lolcat was? Like, who was the person who made the first lolcat?
When was Cheeseburger?
No, that was just a popular one.
Oh, isn't it like just? I mean, if we really want to go back, isn't it like
Hang
Hang
in
in There,
there?
Kitty?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Or
What year was that?
or Do You Mind with the cat with the leg up, looking at itself?
Or I Hate Mondays.
I Hate Mondays. Yeah.
Yeah, Garfield.
It was in the late 1800s.
Yeah.
Garfield. It was right after the invention of cats.
So it was around the Pharaohs.
No, you never heard. Okay, you understand when he says "Hang in there, baby, Friday's coming." You know what that means, right?
No.
Really?
Really?
You
No.
don't know what that means? Like that doesn't conjure any image in your head.
Nope.
You've never seen the poster of the cat hanging on the limb of the tree, and it says "Hang in there, baby, Friday's coming."
Maybe.
Wow, that's amazing.
I didn't even know it's Friday's coming. I just know Hang in there, and then also the one that people change it says "Oh shit," it's the cat hanging.
Don't compare me to Jack. I mean, he's like 27, but in spirit, he's like 45.
What? All right, I'm 29.
I guess if that poster had been on the
This
Nintendo.
podcast seems to be all about the difference in ages between the
I guess so.
Yeah,
the four of
Brandon.
us.
Brandon likes to turn him being dumb into us being old. No, I can't find the classic image of the kitten hanging. They might have blocked it.
The internet didn't exist at that time.
That picture's made a lot of money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It was in those. It was always that poster that you would find in the whatever it was in school when they'd give us those sheets where we'd order books. Do you remember that?
Scholastic?
Was Scholastic that would do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever do that stuff, Brandon?
Oh, yeah.
Where you fill out the form?
They have those big cases that open up, and you buy your Clifford books.
I would buy Garfield.
I would buy
They let you
the...
buy Garfield, huh?
Yeah, Garfield.
I think Garfield's on our band list. Too sarcastic for school.
You were in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember buying Far Side from those.
That image means nothing to you, of a little orange kitten hanging on a rope.
Never
That's
seen
so
it.
cute.
That was my Facebook profile image for a long time.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I've had one Facebook profile image, and ever since I've had my Facebook account, it's been damn near a decade now, and I've had the exact same image.
It looks like you have the one where we did the bloody apple gag.
No.
Most places.
That's on our site.
Yeah.
No, the one on Facebook is the one with me and my cat and our sweaters. It was like our Christmas
Oh,
photo.
right, I remember that.
I took that.
Like Olin Mills looking.
Yeah, I
photo?
think I took that photo in like 2003, and I put that as my Facebook image, and I've never changed it.
All right, what's next on our list?
All right,
Jack?
moving down the list, we've got we said Social Network. We kind of glazed over it though. So
Yeah, you know, Carrie was really big into that movie and lent me the special feature stuff to watch.
Yeah,
and the special feature stuff was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know if everyone who doesn't pay attention to, Hollywood special effects stuff noticed this or cared, but there was a whole thing where they had the twins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
and
dude. Yeah.
Spoiler, but they had the twins and
It's not much of a spoiler.
well,
The guy's name is Armie Hammer,
Army, the one guy,
the actor.
So they cast two guys, right? Two different guys, not related at all, just two different actors. And then at some point during the production, they said, "Okay, well, your face is never going to be seen. We're digitally going to replace your face with the other actor's face." And so one guy appears in the movie, acts in the movie the entire time, and then you never see his face. They just use his body.
That's wild.
It was completely seamless.
It was completely seamless.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
We had there was a screening in Austin where it was Aaron Sorkin, Jesse Eisenberg, and Armie Hammer were there afterwards. And up until the point where he walked in the theater, I thought it was two guys. I thought it was twins.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
It might be one of the best visual effects because you just never
notice
it.
and never think about it. I mean, why would you think about it?
I know I would think about it if I was the other actor.
Yeah.
I would think about it all the time.
Yeah.
I bet that guy goes and hangs out with David Prowse all the time. They have their own club.
On the other side of the fence, though, the miniature they used was awful.
What miniature?
It was when they were in England, I think.
Oh no, that was tilt shift. That wasn't miniature. That was tilt shift photography. That was the one issue I had with that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the tilt shift sequence now.
Yeah, it's when they're doing the boat race in England where the two brothers are. The two brothers are.
They're at the regatta.
And for no reason at all, they use that weird tilt shift thing. Other than the DP was like, hey, look, I've got these cool lens.
Well, there's a whole thing of using tilt shift lenses for landscape photography and skyline photography where you try to make stuff look like models.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what they were doing, but who knows why.
Yeah.
If you want to see some good tilt shift videos, and what it is there's a certain kind of lens you can buy and go into it and be very boring for this podcast, but it's a tilt shift lens, which you can get these crazy focal lengths. And you can shoot something to where a real world looks like a miniature.
It makes things look shallow somehow. The depth looks compressed.
It makes a real world focal length look like it would if everything was shot the wrong way as a miniature, essentially. So then it gives you the illusion that the real world is in miniature. If you ever want to see a lot of tilt shift stuff, I have no idea why. It's huge on Vimeo. So if you go to Vimeo and look up tilt shift, you can see lots of video that people make. And people used to just do photography tilt shift, but then because of DSLRs, with now being able to shoot video, now suddenly there's a huge explosion of tilt shift video.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the same shot? It's the first overhead looks like a helicopter shot of the race.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all real.
Here, let me show you another tilt shift video here and on Vimeo, and then you can take a look at it and tell me if you think that's a miniature.
Is it the beach one?
I don't know what I just pulled up tilt shift on Vimeo.
Yeah, the one I've seen was like a beach where they had a helicopter, they were doing tests, pulling people out of the water with a helicopter.
Buffering.
And that was really, really crazy.
I saw one with a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
That looked totally like a model.
It's
great with the
so
Ferris
weird.
wheel, it just has that aesthetic of looking like it's made out of toothpicks or something.
Yeah, it's like a toy almost.
And it's an issue that comes up when you're shooting features because you'll sometimes be shooting years before the movie comes out. Often at least 12 to 18 months before the movie comes out. That is about the same time frame where tilt shift suddenly took off and was a big deal.
Right.
Maybe the DP thought, everyone's going to be doing tilt shift stuff. We'll be the first people in theatrical to do tilt shift, and now nobody gives a shit about tilt shift. Yeah.
And clearly it didn't work if Brandon thought it was a model.
That's interesting. Weird he thought it was a bad model. That's what I find interesting.
Yeah.
Brandon, it
was the first time I feel like I saw something like that, and I was like, that doesn't look real.
Yeah.
That's really interesting you say that, because that would have been awesome animation, just stop-motion animation of them doing everything like that. Moving the boats and all that.
Yeah, but that shot bugged me too. I remember catching me off guard, and I was like, "What? Why? It doesn't no point for it at all. It exists nowhere else in the movie. But other than that, I thought the movie was fantastic. I even thought Justin Timberlake was pretty damn good in that movie.
I thought he was pretty good. I thought Jesse Eisenberg was the best thing about that movie. Although the friend who's now Spider-Man, we should talk about that too.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, the original Wildcat. We should. I mean, I think that Jesse Eisenberg was the standout there. I liked him more than the movie overall, so I hope he wins Best Actor, but I don't really care about Social Network winning Best Picture, if that makes sense.
Man, Mark Zuckerberg is awkward in a completely different way in real life. Like, Jesse Eisenberg made him look cool, and he's just like, he's too cool to fit in, like, social rules and how people should interact with each other. But if you actually watch Mark Zuckerberg, awkward.
You're talking about the Saturday Night Live thing?
In general, if you just watch him talk.
Yeah, the Saturday Night Live thing was pretty rough. All right, let's move down the list. Toy Story 3. Fantastic.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely feel like your impression of Toy Story 3, you're going to come down on one side or the other based on whether or not you have kids.
I don't have kids, and I loved it.
No, I know.
Oh, you're saying
for
it's
people
bad
who
for
have kids, it was an awkward movie to watch.
You sound like Jeff
with
now.
Your family.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, too, like, the people who... Toy Story 1 came out, a decade before Toy Story 3?
Probably more. I think it was 1995 is when Toy Story came out.
I mean, I was younger. I wasn't crazy young, but I was pretty young when Toy Story 1 came out. And so I've kind of grown up with the movie. And it was kind of cool to see them, like in the movie, the kid has grown up.
Grow up.
Yeah, and it was really neat to see that and kind of relate to it.
But, like, have you ever seen an animated movie that was that intense?
No. I mean,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
What they did to those characters at the end. And it was, impressive that they could evoke such a visceral, such a real emotional response from people just, out of computer animated characters.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Like I have no problem admitting I cried all 3 times I've seen that movie, and the third time was on an airplane.
I think between, like...
Really?
Wow.
That movie and Up, like, I've felt, like, more pangs of, anxiety and fear for the characters, more empathy for the characters than any live action movies I've seen in quite a while.
Dude, Pixar has that like they know where that nerve is and they can just like push it and just Bernie, what were your feelings on the movie?
Well, it's actually the thing that I don't like about Pixar. I think Pixar's like Smaug the dragon from The Hobbit, it's perfect except for that one little kink in the armor. To me, that's they don't do the adult portions of the movie appropriately. I don't think that's appropriate. Like we were talking yesterday, Brandon, about Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and you were talking about how it was the first time you saw somebody make something for kids, but that felt like adults could enjoy it as well. It was a weird crossover, and that kind of thing is really hard, and Pixar is the top of the line of what they do, but I still think Looney Tunes got that perfect, where it's goofy and stupid and you can watch it as a kid, but you can watch Looney Tunes as an adult and get something totally different from it. Whereas the Pixar stuff, it's just adult means fucking depressing. And kid stuff doesn't need to be depressing. It really, really doesn't. And there's always a super dark moment in every Pixar movie. And this one in Toy Story 3 was ridiculously dark.
Yeah.
I mean, the Suicide Pact essentially is what it was. Mm-hmm. And honest to God, I still want to know what happened to Bo Peep. I'm freaked out by that. I'm totally freaked out by what happened to Bo Peep. And they don't discuss it in any way.
We're not going to talk about that.
Very briefly. Yeah, we're not going to talk about what happened to Bo Peep. Did she get smashed, Did the sheep kill her?
But, I would argue that's not necessarily a Pixar thing. I mean, like, even, like, all the Disney movies have that element of just darkness to it. I mean, like, think about, like, Lion King. The kid watches his dad get killed in front of him. Bambi.
True.
I mean...
Around the World in 80 Days?
What happened in Around the World in 80 Days?
No one saw that movie.
It's 180 days.
What did you say? Around the World in what?
80 Days? What is it? Is that the name of the movie?
Around the World in Fortnite. I don't even know. I'm making fun of him, but I'm not even sure it's 180 days. I'm pretty sure it's 180 days.
Are you talking about the Jackie Chan version?
Yeah, the Jackie Chan version.
No, it's 80 days. I stand corrected. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
fuck you guys.
Sorry.
But, I mean, I don't know. I like that there's, like, that darker element to it. It's not all, peaches and cream. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that stuff, so.
Even as an adult, I don't want stuff mixed up like that. I don't want to go in to enjoy something and then have these like unbelievably dark moments.
But the dark moments make the lighter moments that much better.
Have you guys seen the 5-second film with the Lion King?
No.
It's these guys, they just edit down movies to 5 seconds, and it's just 2 different shots. The first one is Simba and his dad. He's like, "You love me, right?" His dad's like, "Yeah. We're going to be together forever, right?" And then they cut to Mufasa falling and dying. And it's like the end.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to point out that it's not 5-second films. 5-second films are the guys who make 5-second movies.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
Those are amazing.
Movies in 5 seconds.
Movies in 5 seconds might be.
Are you you thinking of like How It Should Have Ended?
No. There's a thing he's talking about
Okay.
that's like movies in 5 seconds.
No, there's also a thing called How It Should Have Ended, which is like
nobody's talking about that but you. You're correcting me on your misconception.
It's around the world in 127 hours.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's around the world in 5 seconds or less. Yeah, but 5-second films I absolutely adore. You can get lost in that site.
the magician one they have. It's
Yeah.
probably the funniest, grossest thing ever.
Google 5-second films Twilight. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Ever.
People who really like that Twilight one really like that Twilight one. Every time I see 5-second films come up in like a forum discussion on Reddit or something like that, there's always somebody who will post that Twilight one they did. And I think you either really like that one or don't like that one. And I don't like that one.
It's grotesque, but insightful. Like, it's a really good critique on those movies.
That's the subtitle to your autobiography, right?
Grotesque but insightful.
Yeah.
By Brandon Farnahini.
It doesn't matter.
All right, moving on. True Grit. True Grit. The thing that bugs me about True Grit, movie is great, but they nominated Jeff Bridges for Best Actor, Matt Damon for Supporting Actor, but the girl who is the main character of the movie was nominated for Supporting Actress.
Is she on screen more than those?
She's on screen
This happened
the majority
before
of the movie.
in a Coen Brothers movie. Fargo.
Frances McDormand?
Frances McDormand won Best Actress. Mm-hmm. William H. Macy was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but he had more screen time than she did.
But she still feels like more of a main character to me, I think.
But just in terms of how much time they were actually on screen.
Yeah. But I mean, in True Grit, the girl,
more his movie.
it's the girl's story. It's her movie, and it's like, how can that be the supporting actress?
You know what it comes down to? I think is the studios lobby for specific actors to be nominated in specific categories.
Yeah,
and they just pick and choose like what they think, where they think they can win.
How does the nomination process work? Do you submit as a studio, we want these actors nominated, or does it just come out of the Academy?
That's how it works for the Emmys. They'll submit a specific episode for both actors and just like overall awards, like the Best Picture or Best Show or Best Editing.
Right.
So I imagine it's the same way.
They also have like cuts too. Like I've heard of like, we made the round of 15.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that happens.
I don't know if they have individual groups that do it. Like the Visual Effects Society would get together and like nominate like a group of pictures, and those would get whittled down and then whittled down again, and you end up with 3 or 4, sometimes 5, but usually it's a small number of best visual effects nominees for Best Picture. That's a very specific award. I'm guessing there's some kind of function like in the other ones for Best Actor and Best Picture that works the same kind of way.
Yeah,
with producers and
does SAG get a vote on Oscars? Like,
I don't know.
Are they in the Academy?
I don't know.
I guess if Joel was here, we could ask. But so 127 hours.
Oh.
Oh wait, no. What am I saying? True Grit. Sorry, I looked at the wrong one. Anyone else? Any thoughts, opinions?
I mean, I really liked it. I liked the Coen brothers a lot. I thought the actress was tremendous. I thought Jeff Bridges was tremendous. But there was just one thing missing from that movie that it might be what Brandon was saying earlier.
Small room.
Yeah, but maybe it felt like it ended in a small room to me. I mean, there's something about the way that movie ended didn't leave me with any kind of feeling that, this was a fantastic film.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have a build-up to the climax. I felt like it was the end of the movie. You didn't realize it was the end of the movie. The other thing was the bad guy. I mean, you just have like these certain expectations when you see a Western because you're so used to seeing 80 other Westerns where you get to the bad guy and he's formidable. The bad guy in True Grit was just like a big putz.
Absolutely.
And then it made her experience and her search for vengeance seem less interesting because her dad was killed by some goofball instead of like this, larger than life figure.
I think you're also actually watering down your criticism a little bit because when I've said that about the movie, people said, well, that's just not the way this movie was. You're bringing your other expectations in. Within the scope of that movie, they set up that guy like that. The first scene where he's, the father is killed and he's riding away, they shot that in a very grandiose way to set this guy up as a really bad villain. And you felt that within the scope of the movie.
And Matt Damon's like, I've been hunting this guy for 10 years. And it's like, wow, Matt Damon sucks.
Yeah.
You can't catch this dude?
Yeah, it's like and then you find out essentially the villain is like Mr. Magoo escaping at the last second. Sorry, Brandon, for the reference. We'll have to send you a history book.
I used to watch Mr. Magoo. Saw the live action movie too.
Did you really?
Oh God,
I think so.
I forgot
there was a live action.
Yeah.
I think wasn't it Leslie Nielsen?
Yes.
Wow.
I think so.
On the subject of her, being nominated, how long she was in the movie, Anthony Hopkins was nominated for Best Actor. How many minutes do you think he was in that?
And you're talking about Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
It was something like 7 minutes. It was something ridiculous.
No, it was 15. And people have been nominated for less. Like, someone was nominated for a 7-minute. Bernie, okay.
Sorry, I wanted to go stand up, but I almost took down the set.
It's okay, Bernie. Chairs are hard.
It's weird that he would get nominated for Best Actor. I don't get that.
Oh, well, this one makes sense. The record for fewest lines in a movie, but still winning an Oscar, is for The Miracle Worker, Helen Keller.
Now you're just being a dick.
No, it's interesting.
That makes sense.
I don't know if Wawa counts as a word. Or...
What's next on our list?
All right, next. So the last one is Winter's Bone, which has anyone seen that movie? I haven't.
I did see it.
You did?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of similar in a way to True Grit, that you have this female character who's out on some kind of crusade. She's looking for kind of like what happened to her father, and the government's kind of collect her house because he defaulted on the bail bonds. It's not bad.
All I know about that movie is you can't say the title around Carrie because he just starts giggling uncontrollably.
Well, it does sound a little bit like a movie that Matt accidentally watched in college.
All right, so I have no opinion on that one. Anyone else?
Well, no, unfortunately, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good. A little bit of an underwhelming.
You guys feel at all like True Grit we should support because it's an Austin movie, or at least made in our local area?
I guess so.
I feel like I should support True Grit because it's a Coen Brothers movie, and my personal track record with watching their movies is I walk out of the movie going, that was okay, and then 3 months later, it's the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Almost every Coen Brothers movie has been that way to me.
Yeah.
Did you guys already talk about Old Jeff?
Yeah, we brought him up. Yeah, Old Jeff is in True Grit. It's in the court scene.
We should clarify now what we mean. A guy who played Jeff as an old man in one of our videos was in True Grit in a courtroom scene. We call him Old Jeff.
Yeah, and he's a very distinct face, so it's very easy to spot him. And his face is huge on screen. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for those of you watching the movie, it's right when she walks into the courtroom looking for Rooster for the first time. It's like she makes it through the door and he's right there. Do we want to burn through the rest of the the other categories, like actor and leading role, just run through the list and give opinions?
No, why don't we all just go around what should win Best Picture, Jack?
Honestly, I mean, I'm going to have to lean... I mean, it's not going to happen. I would love to see Toy Story 3 win because I think that was the most emotionally engaging movie for me this year. But I think Social Network or King's Speech will win.
What do you think should win, Brandon?
I think Black Swan should win. I was into that movie from beginning to end, and it was terrifying. It was the scariest experience I've had in a movie theater in a really long time. Let me just say, though, Javier, what is his name?
Javier Bardem.
In Beautiful? Amazing. I really do hope he wins Best Actor. It was unbelievable.
You've seen No Country for Old Men, right?
Yes.
Okay. He was the bad guy in No Country, and he was freaking amazing.
Call it. I have not seen enough of the Best Picture movies to feel like
really
I'm qualified. Yeah, I've seen so few of them this year.
I saw 8 of the 10 before they even announced the nominations. I was very happy with myself.
I'm just gonna say I want Inception to win, just because I feel like movies like that never win. Like blockbuster movies have some kind of like, they're tainted somehow by the fact that they make a lot of money. That somehow commercial success means that they're not really artistic accomplishments.
Yeah.
But I thought that movie was a very real artistic accomplishment on a lot of different levels. It was a really interesting movie.
It'd be cool to see a sci-fi movie win too.
It would, yeah.
Dark Knight should have been nominated a few years ago. That was ridiculous. It wasn't.
I think that's one of the reasons why they moved to 10, right?
Just to try to include more commercially successful movies,
right? That way, maybe it's so that we can still honor the artistic ones and include ones that hit on a higher level.
It was to kill that headline every year. That's like, I haven't seen any of these Best Picture nominees. And every single year is the same thing over and over.
I also think a movie that got left out was The Town. That was a really good movie, and
I don't know if it was Best Picture quality, but it was good.
Well, I mean, you could probably say that about 6 of the nominees in the Best Picture category. I mean, if some of those other movies are going to be in there, I think that movie deserved to get some recognition. It just came out so long ago.
Yeah,
that's not on people's radar.
We talked about it when we were nominating Drunk Tank's Best Picture of the Year, and I had seen it after we started to talk about it, and I didn't think it hit on the level of those other movies. For me, at least.
I watched it on Monday and then immediately watched Good Will Hunting afterward. It's like a craving. And that movie's fantastic. I don't know how that movie didn't win Best Picture.
I still don't understand why... Two guys. I don't understand why Ben Affleck is not one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, because he was for a while and then kind of fell off a little bit. I could watch that guy on screen, all day. He's instantly believable to me. Like, I don't know what it is about the guy,
He had a run of terrible movies where, like, he did, like, Gigli and Daredevil and a few other really bad ones.
Was pretty bad.
What was that Christmas movie with Charlize Theron? Or was that him?
Oh, that was
Reindeer
not,
Games?
that was
Reindeer.
actually not a terrible movie.
Was it?
That was her introduction to Vin Diesel. But the other guy, I understand why he's not a huge juggernaut, like Schwarzenegger in the 80s kind of star, is The Rock. I mean, why is he making...
He's going back to wrestling.
Yeah, he gave up.
Why is he making
I don't
kids
know if he
movies,
gave up.
man? I mean, The Rock is like... He's like such a perfect millennial star, It's just... I don't know what the deal is.
What was that movie he did recently?
Tooth Fairy?
Fairy.
No, Revenge or something, where it was like him being a badass.
yeah.
Revenge of the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, what was that called?
It came out. I thought this would be a huge, and they kind of went right under the radar.
I just don't know if people want that type of movie anymore. That 80s Schwarzenegger, Stallone, big movie. I don't know if they want that kind of star.
Expendables.
Yeah. How much money did that movie make? Like
That made a ton of money.
like $250
But I mean,
million?
like, that's kind of the attachment people had to those stars from the 80s. Like, I don't know if you could remake one of those guys now. I mean, I think the closest thing is that angry British guy who's in the Expendables.
Oh, Jason Statham.
He's pretty new.
Did you see? Did you see the A-Team?
He's pretty much
the new A-Team movie.
Kathleen,
Yeah.
who plays Tex, is absolutely in love with
him.
that Jason Statham dude.
Yeah.
No,
He's pretty much cornered the market
But
on those B action movies.
If Hugh Jackman ever walks away from the Wolverine part, Jason Statham should pick it up. He's actually more like Wolverine, I think, than Hugh Jackman is, because
Hugh Jackman's nothing like Wolverine. He wears leather pants.
And Jason
Wolverine
Statham's
doesn't
like-
wear leather pants.
Jason Statham is like 5'4" and covered in hair, like Wolverine is. He can probably heal wounds in 2 seconds too.
all right, Bernie. What do you think's gonna win?
I don't think it'll win, but I think all those movies, I enjoyed The Fighter the most.
Okay.
I think I really liked True Grit, but I think Fighter was ahead of it.
Do you think Christian Bale should win Best Supporting Actor?
I think Christian Bale is the Robert De Niro of our generation. I think that guy is amazing, dude.
American
He's
Psycho was
amazing.
pretty spectacular.
The body of work that guy's putting together is insane. It makes you want to go back and watch all the little movies that he's been in that I haven't seen.
Does that mean Christian Bale's gonna get older and make really terrible comedy movies and ruin his entire career before that because he makes terrible comedy movies?
You can't ruin an entire career. Robert De Niro's performances still exist. He's making comedies now. What do you want Robert De Niro to do? You want him to play the old gangster now?
Yes, I just want Goodfellas every year.
You just want him to go away?
That's all I want.
I don't know.
No more Analyze That. Ugh.
Analyze That was really good. It just happened to start the trend of movies that he made, like
So I guess
Fockers.
Jack's a huge Righteous Kill fan.
What?
You didn't see it? It was the De Niro, Al Pacino crime movie. They're badasses.
Oh.
That was the...
Yeah, he does make movies like what is it?
But I mean, he's tainted himself now. It's like I see that
No.
Meet the Fockers character every time I see him on screen. It's you've ruined your reputation.
Righteous Kill didn't suck because of Meet the Fockers. A bad movie is a bad movie. I don't think it matters what other comedy movies he's doing.
But I'm saying even if he made a good movie, it's like it kind of ruins your view on him.
Those movies make
Schwarzenegger.
hundreds of millions.
No,
of dollars.
I'm not saying it's bad, but
Schwarzenegger made Junior. He made Kindergarten Cop. He made
Did you say
Twins.
Schwarzenegger?
No.
Anyway, real quick before we should probably start wrapping up, but we were talking about how the art house movies will win over a big picture thing.
Yeah.
Something similar happened to the Grammys, where Arcade Fire, this sort of independent band, beat out Justin. Or not that. Justin Bieber lost Best New Artist to some solo bass player. Did you hear about this?
Oh, is that what that
Yeah.
was?
Yeah, it was like some new soloist bass player, like stand-up bass player.
And all the Bieber fans destroyed her Wikipedia page.
And then Arcade Fire beat him out for best, best album of the year.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Who's Arcade Fire? This is stupid. How come Justin Bieber didn't win?" And there's this huge outrage now.
I thought it was a big deal because he beat Eminem. Wasn't that the thing? Instead of he beat Bieber? I thought that's what people were...
I thought people were just talking because the guy from
Who's he?
Arcade Fire has basically the same haircut as Justin Bieber. So maybe that was the controversy.
But someone made a website.
You know the thing about I was reading this about how it's like, wow, this is crazy. This indie band, beat out all these music establishment kind of more commercial acts. It's like I see Arcade Fire all over the place.
Well,
Maybe
you're
it's
also
just
in
me.
Austin.
Well, they're on Saturday Night Live, and they're just they're not like a small unheard of band.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty popular.
But
they're
also
on the radio all the time.
It's the first time ever a band that wasn't signed to a label won Best Album. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
That is cool.
I will admit. I mean, I understand the outrage, and then the outrage at the outrage for the Bieber fans. I'll be honest, I know more Justin Bieber songs than I know Arcade Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably like Arcade Fire more if I listened to them, but they were even on Saturday Night Live at one point.
Yeah.
When Rainn Wilson hosted, I remember.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about Arcade Fire.
Yeah.
But I do know Justin Bieber songs.
But I mean, like, people like rip into Justin Bieber. I respect the kid. I don't like his music, but it's like, for what he does, like, man, that kid, he's what, 16 now, and he's got a lot of work under his belt.
Man, it's just that thing. It's like the Twilight movies. People. If a group of people like something a lot, there's another group of people that wants to tell them why they shouldn't like it. And I don't know why people are like that, especially people on the internet are like that. But that's just the way they are.
My stuff is cool. Your stuff sucks. Basically, is what it comes down to.
Arcade Fire didn't have a label?
Nope.
That's awesome. I mean, what you think? I mean, it's like $80 to put your album on iTunes, which is where most people are going to buy it anyway. And you can market yourself really well on Twitter. And
it definitely
MySpace.
feels more genuine when that happens in music. That's like, oh, here's some guys that got together, they made an album, and now they won a Grammy for it. Whereas whenever you hear about that happening, an independent film winning an Oscar, it's always like an independent film produced by the Weinsteins, or something. And it's just like, that's not an independent movie, Crash is not independent if it has all named
Sandra
stars.
Bullock and everybody in the movie,
Yeah, it just doesn't feel the same way. I mean, Arcade Fire feels like a couple dudes in a garage who just won a Grammy.
A lot of times it's just like small-time production and big-time distributor. I mean, so it's kind of hard to figure out what is an independent movie. Like, well, how do you find that?
Yeah, I mean, like Clerks was an independent movie. And most of Kevin Smith's stuff technically is an independent movie.
But I mean, all that stuff got sold. I mean, they say Rodriguez made El Mariachi for $7,000, and then
Rodriguez
made El Mariachi $7,000, and then when he sold it to a distributor, they spent another, $100,000 or some astronomical amount actually releasing the movie. So
it was El Mariachi.
The independent label in film is something that people try to hold on to.
I like the back and forth here. Let's just see what else Jack can correct of Brandon.
But Clerks, I definitely see as an independent film. It's not like Crash to me. If Clerks had won Best Picture, they'd be like, here's a dude who made a film for $30,000. If El Mariachi had won Best Picture, it'd be that level.
Yeah.
But when then you get Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek in your movie, the next one, then it's like the independent thing doesn't matter. It's like it's enough when they produced Crash and it was an independent movie, and then they got all those stars to be in it. That's enough. You don't have to constantly farm the independent thing. It's not. It's enough, there's a certain level at which it no longer matters that it's independent once all these big stars are on board. It doesn't have the same feeling as a garage band pumping out their own stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start wrapping this up. Any final words? Any comments? Do we want to say anything? Zach Anders on the finale of the Oprah show. We're very excited about that.
Jeff, Griffin, and I are going to be at Armageddon Con. Is that what it's called? Armageddon Expo in Sydney, Australia this weekend.
That's awesome.
So if you are an Australian person and you are listening to this podcast,
or you just happen to be in Australia, you don't have to be an Australian person.
That's right. Ride a shark down the street and come visit us at the Kangaroo Punching Grounds or whatever they call the exhibit there.
And then on March the 5th, Griffin and Jeff will be at Emerald City Comic Con
up in Seattle
in the Halo Waypoint booth.
So if you are an Emerald person and you would like to, I don't know.
If you're going to see Oz,
just follow the Yellow Brick Road to them. But they will be in the Halo Waypoint booth, and it's not our booth, so we'll only be there for a very set amount of time. So if you want to visit Griffin and Jeff, which you should want to, they've been on vacation with each other for now, a week and a half? So hopefully they'll still be married by the time you see them. But go see them Saturday, March 5th in Seattle at Emerald City Comic Con. Then the following weekend, we will be at PAX East in Boston. I believe our panel is on Saturday, March 12th in the mid-afternoon, I think 2 or 3 o'clock.
Man, I am tired already from just hearing about all this traveling.
I think it's like 2:30, I think.
I got to go get on a plane to Australia right now, by the way.
And just so you know, PAX East for us, we gear all of our announcements /trailers /video stuff for our PAX appearances because PAX bookends our year nicely, PAX East and then PAX Prime in Seattle later in the year. We will be showing new Red vs. Blue footage at PAX East.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, be there.
Have RTX tickets gone on sale? Are they going on sale soon?
No, they have not gone on sale. They will be going on sale soon. We've gotten lots and lots of emails for RTX. Just so everyone's clear, for the event that we're holding ourselves here in Austin in May, we will give you advance notice on when those tickets will go up for sale. It's not just going to be keep hitting refresh on the website, hoping you're going to see it. We will have an announcement about when those tickets will go on sale.
Indeed.
So hopefully you won't be surprised by that.
You'll just have to keep hitting refresh to see if the site's back online.
But even after saying all that, you should still ask Gus constantly in his personal comments when the tickets are going on sale, and you should constantly ask me on Twitter And in my personal comments, are we making any more red versus blue? Constantly. You know what I gotta say, though? I gotta say about mentioning Twitter and people who hate things that other people like. This has been a really, really hard month for me on Twitter. Did I just unplug us?
I don't think so.
I just kicked a whole bunch of stuff. This has been a hard month for me on Twitter because we had the Golden Globes, we had the Super Bowl, and we had the Grammys. And what I've learned is that apparently I follow people on Twitter who take time out of their personal life to watch stuff that they hate. Because all three of those events, my Twitter feed just turned into one gigantic snark fest of like, the Super Bowl was one of the worst. It was like, if I knew these people and they were at my Super Bowl party, I would go to them and say, will you please leave? You're constantly shouting snarky fucking comments. Nobody gives a shit. We're here to watch the Super Bowl. We're having a good time. Just don't be here. Just go do something else, whatever you want to do. Likewise, I didn't watch the Grammys and I didn't watch the Golden Globes because I don't give a shit. If you don't give a shit, don't watch the fucking Golden Globes. Don't do it. People are like tortured on Twitter.
There's enough other stuff going on in the world.
God.
Take up your time. And speaking of that, we have not mentioned yet.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
before
glad.
we sign off, Madman Mo.
Oh, yeah. So we had a really cool thing that came up on the website. One of our users, Madman Mo, who lives in Constantinople, now Tripoli, in Libya. That's an old reference. You know that, right?
It's Constantinople. I thought that was.
No, and I thought it was Constantinople.
I know, now Tripoli, right?
No, that's.
That was Istanbul.
That's Istanbul.
Not Constantinople.
Yeah, Tripoli, on the shores of Tripoli. Tripoli's always been Tripoli.
Even old New York. Come on. So They Might Be Giant song?
Anyway.
Sorry. Anyway, so we have a user on the site. His name is Madman Mo, and he lives in Tripoli, in Libya. And he discovered during these protests that are going on right now in Libya, he discovered that one of the only social networks that wasn't blocked by the government that he could reach was the Rooster Teeth site. And so and Vimeo for video blogging. So he started posting this running live blogging account of what was going on in his city in Libya. It was pretty riveting. And he was taking video of like being in a hallway while people are outside the building shooting and he's running through a courtyard. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It was pretty nuts. And so we were trying to get the word out as much as we could without giving too much information because, A, we didn't want us to show up in search terms and then be blocked by the government. And he actually had a period where he didn't blog for about 9 hours, which I got really worried about. So if you're interested, you should go to Rooster.com and visit Madman Mo,
Yes.
M-O-E at the
We'll
end.
definitely link it in the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can always go to my profile and look on the journal there and see. And he's still blogging right now, and I hope he and his family stay very safe during.
It's a tough situation over there right now.
They bombed with jet fighters. They bombed protesters.
Yeah.
And
Gaddafi comes on national TV. He's telling everyone basically the people who are protesting are cockroaches and they should be squashed.
Yeah. And he's like telling people to go out and like hurt them, essentially. Yeah, it's crazy. He ranted for like an hour yesterday on state TV, and it was guy's nuts, and he's in charge. So
how can you be a dictator of a country and not be nuts? I mean, it's just how can that happen to you?
Yeah, they had what was the guy from? Was it Uganda? They made the movie about him, Last King in Scotland. They think he literally had brain damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was literally crazy.
Played by Forrest Whitaker, right?
yes,
Right.
Yes,
In the movie.
he's very sweaty. I feel like that was half of the performance.
All right, cool. Let's wrap this up. So, go visit us at Cons. Follow our awesome community site.
Where are we going for lunch?
I'm going to sit at this desk and keep working. Got a lot of stuff ahead of me.
Where are we going for lunch, guys?
All right, I'm going to Australia.
Okay.
Kangaroo burger. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.